Welcome back to another Fitness Made Simple explainer. Today, we're talking about the single most powerful tool you can bring to your workouts. And nope, it's not a new supplement or some fancy piece of equipment. It's something you already have. And it's all happening right between your ears. So, let's get into it.
Seriously, take a second and think about it. When you hit a wall, when you skip that workout you know you should do, or when you tell yourself you just can't lift that heavier weight, what's the real reason? Is it actually your muscles, or your busy schedule, or is it something else?
You know, for most of us, the answer isn't physical at all. It's not about having the right genes or the perfect plan. The real roadblock, the thing that truly decides whether you succeed or fail, is your mindset. Right here, this is where it all begins. What you believe about yourself, about your own potential, makes a massive difference. It's all about how you look at a challenge and how you deal with a setback. The real battle is won or lost up here, before you even pick up a single weight. And that brings us to two fundamental ways of thinking. Think of them like two totally different paths you can take, not just in fitness, but in life. The fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Understanding the difference here, well, that's the first step to unlocking what you're really capable of. So first up is the fixed mindset. This is basically the belief that you've been dealt a certain hand, and that's it. You're either a natural at something or you're not. This creates this huge fear of failure, right? Because if you fail a lift, it feels like a final judgment. It means you're just not strong enough. So what happens? You start avoiding challenges you might not crush on the first try. But the growth mindset, it flips the script completely. This is the core belief that your abilities can be developed, that effort, practice, and, this is key, learning from your mistakes are what make you better. With this mindset, challenges aren't threats to run from. They're actually opportunities to get stronger. And this is where it gets crystal clear. It's all about that little voice in your head. A fixed mindset says, I'm just not good at this. It's a total dead end. But a growth mindset says, okay, I can get better if I keep trying. It's an open road. See the difference? One's a life sentence, the other is a strategy for success. And this is what it feels like. A fixed mindset is like you're carrying around this giant, heavy boulder of your limits. It's just crushing. But a growth mindset? That's a fight. Yeah, you're gonna get dirty, you're gonna get tired, but you believe you can win because you're in control of the effort you put in. Okay, so we get the difference, but why does this really, truly matter for your fitness? What's the actual payoff here? Let's talk about the real-world results you get when you start shifting to a growth mindset. The benefits are huge, seriously. A growth mindset encourages you to learn, so you're not afraid to try a new exercise or ask for help. It builds resilience, so one bad workout doesn't make you want to quit for the whole week. It keeps you motivated by focusing on your own progress, not comparing yourself to the person next to you. And most importantly, it fuels real, long-term sustainable success. This all sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we go from being fixed to growth? Well, think of it just like a workout, but for your mind. It takes practice, it takes consistency. But just like any muscle, anyone can build it to be stronger.
So here it is, your 5-step plan. First, just start listening to that inner voice. What's it telling you? Second, start celebrating the effort, not just the win. Third, reframe failure as a lesson. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Fourth, go out and intentionally look for challenges. And finally, and this one's big, your environment matters. Surround yourself with people who are also pushing to grow.
But look, if you only take one thing away from this whole workout, please let it be this. The most powerful tool you have is also the simplest. It all comes down to changing just one single word. This is the entire game changer. The next time your mind tells you, I can't do this, I just want you to add one word to the end. Yet. I can't lift that weight. Yet. I can't run that fast. Yet. That one little word transforms a dead end into a journey. It acknowledges where you are now, but it holds the door wide open for where you're going. Now, as we start to wrap this up, I want to be really clear about something. A growth mindset is incredibly powerful, but it's not a magic trick. It's really easy to hear all this and think it's some kind of magic pill, isn't it? Like if you just believe hard enough, you'll suddenly bench press a car. Well, let's just go ahead and bust that myth right now. So let's bust two big ones. First, the myth that belief is enough. The truth? Belief is the engine, but it's not the whole car.
You still have to put in the work and have a smart plan. And second, the myth that you're just born with it. The reality is that a growth mindset is a skill. It's something you practice and build over time with real intention.
Ultimately, this is what you really need to remember. Your physical strength, your goals, everything you build in the gym, it all rests on the foundation of your mindset. And if you build that foundation strong, there is no limit to how high you can go.
Thank you for watching, and see you soon for the next one.